Today's video is one that will excite everybody, especially young people who are fresh out of school and looking for jobs, because I'm going to be sharing practical tips on how you can get a job in this economy. By the end of this video, and when you imbibe all these tips, I can assure you that doors will begin to open for you and you're going to get your dream job. Hello everyone and welcome back to Build With Temi. Thank you guys for always coming back week after week to come and watch the videos that we've posted on this channel. And I hope that as you continue to watch your life is building, you're beginning to align yourself with your purpose in life and you're really seeing a difference in your life. Today's video, like every other one, is going to be teaching you practical tips on how to get a job in this economy. I was really moved to do this video for so many reasons. First of all, I did a recruitment in June where I had over 150 applications. And secondly, I have a lot of young people around me that are always saying they're looking for a job, they're seeking job and all of that. And I said, okay, you know what? Let's talk about how you can get this job. As a business lawyer, I can tell you for a fact that new businesses are popping up in Nigeria every single day. There are a lot of foreigners that are coming back in to establish their businesses in Nigeria. And there are also Nigerians who are establishing and expanding their businesses. So where are the people to do this job? The ironical thing is almost every entrepreneur I know is always looking for employees. And almost every young person I know is looking for a job. So what exactly is the problem? So in this video, I'm going to attempt to give you practical tips that you can imbibe in your job search, and by the end of it, if you imbibe all of these tips, I can assure you, you will get a job. Number one, have the mindset that there is a job for you in this economy. If you're one of those people who say, there are no jobs in Nigeria, or there's no job for me, and everything, please, I even beg you, don't bother watching this video again, because even if you imbibe all the steps I'm going to give you and your mindset is negative about getting a job in this economy, it's not going to work for you and it's not going to help you. So the only way before you go further in this video is have the mindset that there are jobs in this economy and there is one for you. Number two, be very, very intentional in your application. I mentioned earlier that I did recruitment in June. I put the job post on Indeed and I got over 150 applications. In fact, by the time I saw it, I was overwhelmed. Like, I don't get, like, what happened here? 150. Where will I start from? Usually, I would have delegated this to HR company, but because the positions I was recruiting for were very important, I knew it was something I needed to handle myself. So I started thinking about it. How do I go about this? And the first thing I thought of was, you know what? Some people sent cover letters and some didn't. Every single person that did not send cover letter, I rejected them. By the time I was done with that rejection, I had just about 20 or just a little over 20 applications left. So this is not the time for you to be lazy about your job application. Be very, very thorough and be very intentional. Send your cover letter, send your CV very well. Ensure there are no typos in your CV. Ensure that your cover letter is tailored to the job description that you are applying for. Remember that the job market is not smiling, so don't do the barest minimum. 3, don't just apply to any vacancy. Yes, I know you're wondering, like, what do you mean? Yes, they say cast your net wide, but you don't want that net to go and catch a toxic animal or a job that is going to almost take your life away from you. I remember in 2018, immediately after NYC, when I came to Lagos in February of 2018, I was looking for a job, any job. At this point, I was so desperate that any job, I just wanted a job. And yes, because I was looking for any job, I got exactly what I was looking for, the any job. The job I got was so toxic. By the time it was 3 months at the place that I resigned, it was like the worst phase of my life. I wished I had not taken that decision because it was just like, oh my God, what is the meaning of this? I actually did not have to go through that. So please try your best. Don't apply to anywhere. Research the companies very, very well before you apply. Once you're very intentional about the kind of job you're looking for, you're not just going to be sending applications to everybody, which means it has narrowed down your search to just a few. So now that you've narrowed down your search to just a few organizations, you will now be very intentional about how you're sending your application. You're not just sending your CV anyhow. You're not just sending a generic cover letter. You are sitting down and taking your time to prepare proper cover letters that align with the job description that they have put out. Also research the kind of professional courses and knowledge you must acquire to become that person you want to become, to do that kind of job. When you're done with those, you should now sit down and research the companies that are currently offering those roles. Whether there is vacancy or not, just highlight them. Those companies where you will fit in, you will be able to work in. You see this step, you must do it because it's very, very crucial in you landing your dream job. Number 5, shoot your shot. You see all those companies you researched in point 4. Now is the time you will sit down and shoot your shot. Research the company very, very well and write your application and send your cover letter in accordance with what the company is doing. Ensure, at this time, you are the one toasting them. So ensure your application is so thorough, is so beautiful that the only reason they will not ask you to come for an interview or they will invite you to work for their organization is because there is currently no vacancy. And aside sending your application, look for their employees on social media and reach out to them. Tell them you would like to work for the organization. And this time, this does 2 things for you. First of all, when you reach out to the employees will have you in mind and they'll be able to tell you whether there is a vacancy or there is no vacancy. Even when there is no vacancy now, any day there is a vacancy, you will be the first to come to mind. The second reason is if the place is toxic, the employee is going to tell you that this place that I'm about to leave, I don't think you should come and work here. And it will help you to know that okay, you should cast your net in another place and not this place. Send those applications. Don't feel bad. Keep sending them. One day those no's will eventually become a yes. Number 6, between the time you're sending your CVs and going for interviews, it's important you spend your free time acquiring as much knowledge as possible. And there are so many free courses. This is not the time for you to sit on social media and be in every comment section doing irrelevant things. This is the time for you to be gathering knowledge, acquiring information, and filling yourself up. There are courses on Coursera, there are courses on Udemy. I remember back then I did a lot of these courses. There are free aids on Coursera. I used to get these free aids back then. I used to do a lot of courses with free aid. There were times I did some courses that I would not get free aid. I would just say I didn't want to get a certificate. But please, in this economy, ensure that you are getting certificates because that's the only way you would impress your employer. And let me know if you would like me to do a follow-up video on how you can get free aid on Coursera and how you can get all of these free courses. One of the other things that acquiring knowledge does for you is that it helps you to open your mind and shift your mindset. What if what you need, what your purpose in life is not to work for somebody, but to create the job? The only way you can know that is when your mind is open and you have a mindset shift. So ensure you spend your time wisely acquiring knowledge. 7, be kind and volunteer as much as possible. One secret nobody talks about is that volunteering is the easiest and best form of networking. Imagine I attended an event and then I see a young man or a young woman really dedicated, working hard and putting all their effort to make that event a success. And after the event, the person tells me that, ma, I'm looking for a job, or if you have anything for me. If it's either I find a job for the person in my organization or I look for an organization that is actively recruiting to recommend that person to, because this person has shown dedication and they have shown excellence. So ensure you volunteer as much as possible. Help people in your church, in your mosque, any charity organization that you believe in what they are doing. Please volunteer there. And you must always remember, don't go and start looking that I must volunteer in places where I see that there are people that can help me in. No, just volunteer your time, volunteer your effort. It might not be from the volunteer directly that you're going to get your blessing or your dream job, but there is a justice system in the world. You cannot be putting out good and kindness all the time and it won't come back to you. Even if you don't have any volunteer thing to do, help your parents, your father, your mother, older people in your area. Just help them. Let them know you as that person who is always willing to help. Don't be that person who is sitting down somewhere complaining every day that people are just using using people. Older people are always using people. It's because you are useful. That's why they are using you. If you are not useful, nobody will use you. And I will tell you something. In 2018, when I eventually got the job that really skyrocketed my career, I was doing a pro bono case for somebody. In fact, that particular day, I was in court when I got the call that I had gotten the job. This woman does not know my employer. Nothing happened. But I know that the justice system, the good that I was doing for her, the heart that I had opened to her to just help her ensure that her matter was done. It was probably her prayers that was really helping me to push me to the top at the application process. Number 8, be very, very intentional about your social media. I'll take that again. Be very, very intentional about your social media. This is the time for you to think about what you're really interested in and start talking about that thing. The first thing this does for you is that it shapes the perspective of you in the minds of every single person that knew you before. And during that period, you might discover things that you didn't even know you were going to discover or encounter on the journey. The thing is, those things that you might be interested in that is going to shape your life, they might not be trendy, they might not be interesting, they won't get likes, they won't get views, they won't get shares, but keep building, keep putting it out there. And if you know that you're not interested in doing this, or this sounds too much for you, then don't even bother posting at all. It's better for you to have an inactive social media, empty social media, than for you to have a social media that is full of irrelevant things. As an employer of labor, I will tell you, we check your social media before we hire you. So be very intentional about your social media. 9, I know now you've started attending interviews, you're getting interview. And let me know, you guys, if you want to see a video on this channel on how to properly ace an interview. But I want you to know that when you're going to an interview, don't go with the mindset of, oh, I want them to like me. Oh, I want them to this. Yes, that is good. But also go with the mindset of, I hope I will like them. I hope I would like to work in this organization. You must always have at the back of your mind that an interview is like a date, like a first date. So let's imagine you sending your CVs to them, or the application process is you guys meeting on a dating app or being match made by somebody, and then the interview was the first date for you to know whether you guys had vibes or you did not have vibes. So as much as you are hoping that they will be impressed by you and they would like to employ you, you too, you should be hoping that you'll be impressed by them, which means you have to have questions for them, because this is a place you're going to be working in. This is a place that is going to determine your career and your future. This is a place that is going to help you in shaping your purpose. So you have to be very, very intentional. You can't just go on vibes. I remember back then when I was looking for a job, there was this particular organization I wanted to work in. It was there I went for their interview. I said, Lila, if these people even give me, I'm not gonna take it. Because when I got there, I saw every staff there looking so scared. Immediately the boss was there. They couldn't even talk, they couldn't express themselves. Even while we were having the interview, the HR was not able to say anything. It was the boss that was just talking. And immediately I said, this place is going to be very toxic. And when the offer came, I turned it down. It's not just about, oh, I just want to get a job. You have to be sure that that job is the right job for you. Lastly, pray. Pray. I will say it again. Pray. You cannot be looking for a job and you're not praying. I'm not even telling you, oh, this is your religion or this. No, have a list of what you want in your dream job and pray. Pray very well. And I can assure you, by God's grace, you're going to get a job. There is a way prayer opens doors for you beyond your expectation. Regardless of whatever your religion is, so just pray. So long as you believe that there is a God and that God created you, pray to that God and you will get a job. This is not a point, but when that offer comes, because the offer will come, or you will get multiple offers, don't let money be the deciding factor of whether or not you pick the job. It shouldn't be about the highest paid. It should be about the job that is going to give you the most peace of mind, that is going to help you in your growth and your career path in future. So ensure that you're not just money centric, you're thinking of yourself in the future. I pray that God guides you on this journey and gives you peace and helps you in navigating this journey. And I pray that God leads your path to get that job that has been set aside for you. And with that, we've come to the end of this episode of Build With Temi. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a video on how you can get financial aid on Coursera and any other website that offers free courses. Also, let me know if you would like me to give you tips on how you can ace an interview. Till I come your way again next time, my name remains Temitope Odeyinka. Don't forget to like, comment, Share this video with as many people as you know. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you can always see our videos every single time that we post on this channel. And you can send an email to me at buildwithtemi@gmail.com. Please, you people, I'm not recruiting. I need to add that now so that, because I know some people will start sending CVs to me. At the moment, I am not recruiting. You can send your CV to our general email address, and whenever a recruitment comes, we would consider, but for now, we are not recruiting. So thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, and I wish you all the best in your job search.